Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, React and Chill. I'm Dika. So last time on Bleach, Ichigo had arisen out the pit of hell, or whatever that pit was that Mr. Tessai was keeping him in, emerged as a Soul Reaper. So now he's a fully fledged Soul Reaper. And we also found out the name of his Zanbakuto, which is Zangetsu. Some cool Dracula looking character, but again, I don't know if that's just like the energy of the Zanbakuto. I don't know if it's like the spirit of the Zanbakuto, if that makes sense. But I'll get into that another time. So yes, so we met Zangetsu, who's Ichigo's Zanbakuto, and Ichigo's now a fully fledged Soul Reaper, so now he is ready to go to the Soul Society and get Rukia back. He's not going alone. Chad, Orihime, and Uryu are all going to be coming with him. They're now the Super Soul team, the Soul Squad, Ichigo's Soul Bros. I don't know, never mind. But they're all going together and they're going, I was about to call it a catalytic converter, which essentially is the Soul Gate. Apart from Ichigo, who was put into his Soul form, his Soul Reaper form, the catalytic converter / Soul Gate was going to convert everyone else's bodies into soul, like they're going to convert them into souls or something like that, so they didn't have to physically be removed out of their bodies. But back at the Soul Society, Rukia only has 25 days before she's executed, and we met other questionable characters from the Soul Society, other captains, which will be very interesting to see them later on, and pretty much gives us a good sum up of the main events. So we're on our way now to the Soul Society to do battle. I wonder what we're gonna find. Are they gonna be like guards? Oh, we've got 4 minutes. So Kisuke could only keep the gate open for the gate could only stay open for 4 minutes. So I asked the question last time, will 4 minutes in, I don't know, their world equate to a certain amount of time in the Soul Society world? Otherwise they'll get stuck. Interesting. But anyway, that sums up some of the main stuff that happened last time. We are ready now to enter the Soul Society, and again, I was wondering if there's going to be like foot soldier type people before we get to the final boss, who currently is, I'm assuming, Byakuya. Who's Byakuya? So let's get into it. Here we go. Oh, what's this?
Intruders detected in West Rukon.
They already found them. West Rukon. They're landing in the Rukon district. Aha.
Don't look now, but that section we just came through is collapsing on us.
Oh. Was it?
If you reveal yourself using your Zanpakuto, it'll swallow you too.
Nice.
Yoruichi, what is that?
The cleaner? Like a soul cleaner. Yay! She has been training.
But I had no idea it would take such a toll on my equipment. I wasn't expecting to have to use my spare cape so soon. Listen. Doesn't it seem awfully quiet around here?
Yeah.
It's here in the Rukon district that souls come to live when they first arrive in the Soul Society.
Oh, okay, we're getting lore. Okay.
As a matter of fact, it's right on the perimeter of the Seirete where Soul Reapers live.
I guess we're learning the lay of the land, literally.
Look at those buildings over there. Why do they look so different from everywhere else? All right, you Soul Reapers, here I come!
Wait! Stop, you idiot!
See, Ichigo, what the hell?
Well, it's been a long time since anyone tried to pass through the spirit gates without a travel permit.
Damn!
So welcome to you, little man.
Chidando.
We have a team. And a cat.
He's a Leviathan. If we intend to get through this gate, it looks like we have no choice but to defeat him. No! Chad! Orihime! Come back here, both of you! Have you lost your mind?
They're boys in trouble. Use your shields. Oh my god. Really strong.
You two need some work on your manners. Sarge, Rule 3. Battles in the city are always fought one-on-one.
As soon as it's open, you aim Tsubaki at the big guy through the opening.
What was that? Don't tell me you two are still plotting schemes over there.
I actually want you and Chad to just stay put and let me handle this by myself.
What? Ichigo, this is too big a job for even you to handle alone.
So, what do you think I did for those other 5 days?
Knowing
Trained.
you, probably goofing off.
But in those long hours,
Hey!
I gained tremendous strength and stamina.
If someone is polite enough to wait for you, you should always say, thank you!
Is he holding it like this meat cleaver? Hey!
See, I'll give you that, spiky head. I can't remember the last time someone was able to stop the thrust of my axe. There have only been 2 who have come along before you who were powerful enough to stop my first thrust. You fend off my second thrust!
You don't know who lives in that sword.
G-Dot 10 Strike Festival!
Oh.
1, 12, 9, 6.
Oh.
Wait, I've never had to count this high before. But
Toe is upgraded. Whoa. Will they get hit by this debris? Yes, please get out of the way. Of course, Chad. Hey! Is it gonna be his OST?
that's impossible.
Yeah.
But he has a long way to go because he's still inexperienced at wielding that great power.
Yeah, I remember that was the issue the whole time.
The only thing that Ichigo was lacking was experience.
Yeah.
And now that he's gained that,
He's gonna be unstoppable.
Fin-
What is this music?
I'm not done. I'm not done. I just have to bring out some more weaponry.
2 axes.
Another axe. See if you can withstand the G-Dot Banzai Strike Festival.
Sorry, pal.
Oh.
But I'm gonna destroy your axes.
Hey, Ichigo. Look at you go.
All I have to do is make one more swing with my mighty axe, and
You have no axes.
Look, I'm sorry about your axes and everything, but hey, I couldn't let you keep swinging them at me.
Exactly.
Although
you beat me not only as a warrior and gatekeeper, you have defeated me as a man as well. Oh, hereby grant you passage through the Hakudo Gate.
Oh, nice.
I was decisively defeated in battle by your leader,
What? Whoever said anything about Ichigo being our leader?
but those you will meet on the other side are all very strong.
I'm
I'm ready.
aware of that.
We're finally getting into the Soul Reaper district. Oh shit, who's this? It's the guy with his eyes
Who
closed.
is that?
Gin Ichimaru.
Ah, not good.
Oh my god, why?
Unacceptable. Being a guardian of the gate doesn't mean you're supposed to open the gate.
I defended the gate and lost. Once I lost, I had to open the gate.
Yes.
There went.
When a gatekeeper loses, it means death.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You want to tell me just what the hell you think you're doing?
Yes, Ichigo! What are you doing? You must be Ichigo Kurosaki. Just as I thought. How very predictable.
Whoa, 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 what's happening? Spiritual energy?
Impale him.
Shinzo!
Whoa!
Ichigo!
It's extended.
No!
I'm sorry, guys. It's all my fault that the gate closed.
It couldn't be helped. You should just be glad that you were not hurt.
That's strange.
Oh, the folks.
Well, obviously, we were frightening to them. Souls who come to the Soul Society illegally are called ryoka and are said to be the root cause of all kinds of trouble.
You've got souls that come there illegally?
I am the elder of this area, and we would all like to welcome you as Jidanbo's true saviors.
Oh.
This place is full of many Soul Reapers that are rotten and incorrigible. But Jidanbo, a native of Rukon district, is not one of them.
We all witnessed how you fought against King Ichimaru in order to save Jidanbo.
There's no need to worry. I should be able to heal Jidanbo's wounds. Hey! Over here! It's me! It's Yuichi, don't you remember?
So Yuichi!
Right! Yuichi the cockatiel. You remember now, don't ya?
I wonder why his voice sounded a bit familiar.
Here you don't change at all. You stay the same as when you first get here.
Or
I
died.
see.
Oh, it looks kind of run down, but that makes it really cool in the summer.
Or rather, in the Rukon district, that people who aren't actually related to one another by birth form their own families and live together.
Oh.
It's rare for someone to meet up with a real family member who died earlier.
But don't the Soul Reapers do what they can to reunite you with your family?
Well, no, not really.
I won't see my mom again.
I want to understand. I have a feeling that coming here will give me some clues. And that's why you must never give up. If you never give up and keep searching, you will find your mother. You believe that, don't you, Yuichi?
Are you serious? You really want us to give up trying to get past the gate?
That continuing with the same strategy is not necessarily the best approach.
I have to agree with you on that.
Then naturally we must enter another way.
Above? Below?
Do you know the whereabouts of Kukaku Shiba?
What? You can't be serious.
Huh? What's that noise?
House?
What's happening? Anyone know who this guy is?
It's been a long time, old
that-
man.
Kanju, no!
Oh,
What are you
Kanju.
doing here?
Thought
I think you should go home.
Would someone explain to me why there's a stinking Soul Reaper here?
What did you just say?
Well, then say something, you sniveling dandelion. You really don't know who I am?
No.
No, I don't.
Me neither.
No.
I don't want to know.
My given name is Kanju. The self-proclaimed #1 Soul Reaper hater of West Rukon.
You forgot to add self-proclaimed fool.
Say what? Now listen, as long as I'm alive, no Soul Reaper will ever be allowed to step one stinking foot inside West Rukon. The way I see things, you and me are destined to fight. We don't have a choice in the matter.
Why? Are you destined to fight?
Now get ready.
Is that like half a blade? What is that he's got?
However,
This has got like a broken soundback tone. Whoa, whoa, what is this? What's that broken sword Ganju has? Oh, ball. Oh,
It's night already, boss man! This is gonna be bad!
come on, we gotta go, buddy.
buddy. So that was episodes 21 and 22. So very action-packed, the first episode, and then we kind of had a bit more of a slower paced one. Still a bit action-packed, but no, it was good. And then we got to know a bit more about the Soul Society. We kicked off with the gang entering through the gate, but it wasn't like an easy passage or anything. They're being chased by the spirit current. And they ended up in West Rukon district. Now, a couple of things that we found out about the district. I know Renki had referred to it as the... Actually, sorry, he referred to it... Him and Ruki came from the slums of the district. Judging by how it looks like, I guess there are much more poorer areas, but we found out that it holds the biggest population of souls, and it's the most... It's where people have the most freedom, and it's the first place people come to once they enter as souls into the Soul Society. Rukon district, as Yoroichi. So our cat friend Yoroichi, as he explained, that the Rukon district was literally bordering right on the border of Seretai, or is it Serete? So that's basically where the Soul Reapers live. So to enter Seretai, I apologise if I'm pronouncing that incorrect, there were 4 gates that guard it, and we were able to come across one of the guardians of that gate, who was Jidambo. So Jidambo is a resident. He was somebody who came from Rukon district. He's I forgot how many hundreds of years, but he's always guarded that particular gate. No one's ever gone past him, and this gate was called the Hakuto gate. It's one of the gates. So there are 4 gates in total. That's around that are 4 gates. So no, sorry, 4 entrances. So yeah, essentially 4 gates. So 4 entrances through the spirit gate, and apparently you also need a spirit permit. So Ichigo went up against Jidambo, and he had won after we had found out that the training that he went undergone with Kisuke helped build up his experience. And Chad was able to talk about that perfectly, as he mentioned that he was strong anyway. And it's true, a person's spiritual energy, Soul Reaper strength is based on their spiritual energy, and Ichigo had huge amounts of spiritual energy. I mean, come on, to the extent that he influenced an awakening of spiritual energy for Chad and Orihime. However, he was lacking experience, which Grand Fisher had mentioned. He was lacking experience. He had the power, just not the experience. And obviously he also had his boy Zangetsu now, his Zanbakuto. I know I'm going to end up getting confused the amount of names I'm dropping, so pardon me. So now he had the power of Zangetsu, he hasn't used the power such as some of the other Soul Reapers. However, Zangetsu, his new blade, is ready to start carving people up. So after that match, even though Jidambo, there we go. Even though Jidambo had very ferocious, very big gatekeeper, he had abided to some rules. He was like, you know what, I lost, I'll open the gate. So he opened the gate. However, we came across that sketchy other Soul Reaper captain of Squad 3, Gin Ichimaru, who, my goodness, his Zanbakuto Shinzo, he just fired it at Ichigo, one shot him, he's like pierced him out of the gate. So that was crazy. So he had, I've got a feeling either he must have he must have found out more about Ichigo from Renji. Obviously, all the captains must have figured out why Byakuya's sister was in prison. She's going to be up for execution. So he must have found out who this guy was. And I'm sure he's well aware he's technically the reason why Rukia is locked up. So after he did what he did, it was almost like, I mean, apart from the fact that Gin was a bit of a dick, even cutting, oh my god, I can't see, Jidambo, there we go. He even cutting Jidambo, like, you know, if you can't look after the gate, you might as well die. He's already showing, I'm sorry, pardon my French, dickhead energy, so we'll see where this guy goes. Basically wounding Jidambo, and then also we got to see his Zanbakuto, I'm assuming it's called Shinzo, I'll double check that. So, gets Ichigo out, which was pretty hectic as well. And once after the battle, the residents of that district had come out. In the beginning, they were hiding. They did mention, Yoruichi did mention that souls that illegally come into the Soul Society, so not through a Soul Reaper, he gave them a name, so I forgot what that name was, and I'll find out what that is for next time. So they were afraid. However, they started warming up to the group because of what they saw Ichigo do for Jidambo, which I thought was quite nice. They realised he's actually a good Soul Reaper. Weirdly enough, it seems like common knowledge, and this is before I get onto another character, Ganju, it seems to be common knowledge that nobody likes the Soul Reapers, or anyone outside of the district where they live in. So that's interesting. So Ichigo is in the Shihacho, and Shihachos are only commonly worn by and recognizable for Soul Reapers. So the elder of the Rukon district introduced himself. They said, we saw what you did for Jidambo, thank you very much. And they were willing to greet them, be much more nicer to them, all good. And then Orihime was helping healing. I need to remember her techniques because I know the two that she called upon, their particular move was help to expel things. So that I figured that's why she called upon them. I just can't remember each and every one of them. So I need to do some research. And Orihime is also the reason why they got out of that soul current, because the cleaner, funnily enough, that was cleaning up the current, she used the Triforce. She used the Triforce to reject it, but essentially it could have been a bad move. So I need to remember the names of her powers. Oh yes, when they entered the Soul Society, the Soul Reapers were aware they were coming because they were given a warning. Again, I think it alerts them. Oh, and the other thing, Soul Reapers are not all, and this was, I think, that guy who was chasing those black butterflies, or the death butterflies, I forgot they were called. I guess Soul Reapers, you've got the ones who are like part of like Captain Kuchiki and Rukia and Renji and Gin. You've got those who do the reaping, and then you've got those, I guess, who like work with the Soul Reapers. They've got different ranks and stations as well. So I'm wondering, the Soul Reaper is like a generic term for, say, because the souls that entered the Soul Society aren't Soul Reapers. Of course, they enter the Soul Society, but again, are the Soul Reapers the generic term? Because I'm assuming not everyone has a Zanbakuto, or maybe they do. Not everyone is essentially, I know that not everyone's essentially the Hollow Hunters, like Rukia was in the beginning. They have different stations, even hunt their own. So the Soul Reapers are, I guess, a class of people. The Soul Reapers are a class of people within the Soul Society, I'm assuming. Then you've got the souls that have come into the Rukon district. But coming to the best part, we met Yoichi. Yoichi is our boy in the cockatoo. And what was so sweet is I remember when Chad said to him, look, you know, whenever I pass on into the Soul Society, if you wait for me, I'll carry you on my shoulders. And he carried him. That was actually really adorable. I was so happy that Chad and Yoichi were able to meet up again. But they said that people that end up into the Soul Society don't essentially always find their other family members or other people who had passed on before them. So it's common that they end up forming other bonds and end up forming other families. Parents who probably have never found their kids again. And they have houses and stuff. They've got like things. So the guy was drinking tea, which you can, I guess, the idea of drinking all the tea, everything you want in heaven. But Chad, rightly so, questioned, didn't the Soul Reapers help? And they didn't. Again, the Soul Reapers aren't holier than thou. And I feel like there's definitely some messed up hierarchical system. I don't keep forgetting, but again, and Rukia was adopted from the Rukon family, from the Rukon district. So there must be a way. I'm wondering if we'll find about if there are other districts, and we'll find out about those. But I guess once you become that class of soul, a Soul Reaper, there are certain restrictions that are placed upon you. Now, finally, everyone's come back together to try and figure out how to get into the gate, because they need to get past the gate. Yoruichi saying there are 4 of the gates. Well, obviously, what happened at this gate, the Hakudo gate, the other gates are going to reinforce their security, obviously. So, Yoruichi did ask the village elder about Kurakaku Shiba, which I'm not sure who they are, who she is. And the old man was incredibly, not worried, but scared. But then we had Ganju turn up on his boar. Now, Ganju goes around he goes around acting like he's the boss man of the West Rukon district, but he also said that he hates Soul Reapers. And even though the old man was trying to say Ichigo's a good one, is that Soul Reapers are Soul Reapers. They whether they're good or bad. So he hates that whole class, which makes you think again. So it's not just Soul Reapers of people like Rukia that were killing Hollows. There are, I think, Soul Reaper, if I'm wrong, apologies, are a class of people within the Soul Society. So Ganju and Ichigo go head to head. They have very similar hot-headed personalities, but I'm sure this Ganju guy is many hundreds of years older than Ichigo. I'm very intrigued that the sword he used, or the blade, was like a broken Zanbakuto. And of course the citizens of the society, Soul Society, are aware of what Zanbakutos are and what Soul Reapers are. His one looked like a broken Zanbakuto. Like his blade it looked like Ichigo's one that broke when he went up against Renji and Byakuya the first time round. So that was interesting. He says he hates Soul Reapers, so I'm wondering what beef had happened between him. He was riding on this fabulous looking boar, which when he was introduced in the episode, I thought the boar was Kukaku. I thought the boar was Kukaku, but I'm sure we'll meet Kukaku later. And something was happening at 9 o'clock because they were like, boss, it's already 9 o'clock. So I'm wondering what goes down at 9 o'clock. We got a good battle at the beginning where we got a chance to see Ichigo's strength after emerging as a Soul Reaper. And now that Gin, because he's aware that Ichigo has come into the Soul Society, I wonder what he's going to do with that information. Is he going to go back and tell Byakuya? Is he going to go back and mention, I don't know, to Rukia? We potentially have a new ally, Jidambo, because he stood up to Gin when Gin was being a dickhead. And I want to know who Kukaku Shiba is. I'm wondering if that's a person, if that's a portal, if that's a way, even an animal, to get in to within the gate, the spirit gate. Those are really two good episodes. I'm so happy that we're finally getting a bit more about the Soul Society, getting to know a bit more about the hierarchy, and I can't wait to find out more. And that was it for this time. As always, like, follow and subscribe, and let me know your comments down below of what you thought of these episodes. That's it for this time. I'll see you guys next time.